Okay, so welcome to this next video. We're going to be talking today about increasing and decreasing by certain percentages. Now, as you can see here by this JB Hi-Fi sale advertisement, percentages for increases and decreases is massive. It is everywhere. Throughout the year, you'll see these sort of things coming off, and a great thing to be able to do, and that's why this is highly useful and relevant, as you can see here, is to be able to deal with these things quite effectively and easily. To be able to quickly calculate percentages on the spot will save you having to worry about having to ask somebody else or being surprised at the checkout when you find that something may be a lot more expensive than you thought it was. So, a couple of key terms that we're going to talk about to help kickstart your problem solving if you have any particular questions you need to deal with. So this is stuff that you need to be able to decode. So if there is an increase to worry about, then you'll be looking for words like markup and profit. Okay, so the new totals will be the original quantity plus the percentage increase. Okay, so an increase in amount will be key if you see things like markup and profit. You'll be thinking about decreases of amount if there is a reduction here, a discount, sale or loss, or depreciation, which is a particularly technical term for if you've owned a car or a piece of equipment for a long time. The amount that this thing is worth depreciates over time. Okay, new totals will be the original quantity minus the percentage decrease. So a sale price for an item is another technical term. Sale price is equal to the retail cost minus the discount. Okay, so if something is on sale, it is the retail cost, the regular price, minus the discounted amount. Okay, the selling price of something though is the wholesale cost, and this wholesale cost here means what a company or a shop will buy something for from their stockists, plus the markup that they put on it before they chuck it on the shelves. Okay, now another one that you need to be familiar with is GST. We have it here in Australia. It's a goods and services tax, and this is pretty much equal to a 10% markup on the price of things. Okay, it's not always just an item. Sometimes it can be the cost of hiring somebody to come and do something. There will be a 10% GST markup on that. Okay, now with these percentage increases and decreases, to make things quicker and easier, and especially because we have calculators, I want you to remember that if we have an item that, if we're looking at something that is being increased by, let's say, 10%, okay, like our GST, okay, so it's increased by 10%. So that means that it is the full amount plus 10% of the full amount. Okay, now we know that the full amount of something is equal to 100% of it. Okay, plus 10%. For those of you playing at home will know that that is 110%. Okay, now a really easy and quick way to sort this out in your calculator, that if you need to, if you need to find a 10% markup on $50 or 10% markup on 50, all you need to do is do 110% times 50, and if you're going to use this on your calculator, the easiest way to do it is, you know that percent means the same thing as over 100, so that's just 1.1 times 50. Okay, the more you get to practice of these, you'll just see it happening straight away, and it's so very easy. Okay, right, let's have a look at a couple of examples saying how to do these. Right, calculating percentage increase. Quite easy. This is very similar to finding a percentage of an amount, especially since I've just shown you that you are just finding a percentage that is bigger than 100 because it is increased. Okay, so firstly you need to add the percentage increased amount to 100%, then convert the percentage to a decimal, and then multiply the original amount by that decimal. Okay, for example, Sammy's, a clothing store, puts a 40% markup on a $115 pair of pants. Calculate the selling price. Okay, so you might want to write to yourself 40% markup on $115 is equal to 140% times 115. Okay, 140% as a decimal is 1.4 times 115, and you'll find that out for your calculator quite easily. Is 115 times 1.4 is $161 equals $161. Okay, very, very easy one to do. Okay, now in class I'll show you how to use your calculator to find that even quicker, but this sort of thing's very easy to do. Right, calculating a percentage decrease. This is very similar to, again, finding the percentage of an amount. All you're doing is finding a percentage of an amount that is smaller than 100%. So first off, you subtract the percentage decrease from 100%, and then you convert that percentage to a decimal like we did before, then multiply the original amount by the decimal. So the only difference is that we are subtracting the percentage decrease from 100 instead of adding it on. So, for example, JB Hi-Fi might have a 25% sale on a laptop that has a selling price of $1,134. Calculate the sale price. So, 25% sale on $1,134 is equal to, now I'm just going to write this to a long way for you to see what's happening. 100% take 25% times 1,134, and 100 take 25% is 75% times 1,134, in a decimal 0.75 times 1134, and chuck that in your calculator. Gets you $850.50. Okay, right, very easy. Now, I'm happy for you in class to only do these lines of working, okay? You only need to show me that much, okay? I at least want to know what you're doing, all right? All this stuff here at the top, it was just sort of to show you what's happening behind the scenes, okay? Feel free to do that early on if you need to make sure you know what you're doing. Otherwise, you can just go straight to this stuff, okay? So I hope you enjoyed that. Please come along with any questions or anything that you'd like to talk about. Thank you.